is there a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, minutes carried. The mayor will not be here at pre-council today. Any statements by members of the council? Wait, I'm looking. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the council agenda for tonight. Antonius.
I've been dreaming. I thought Auburn was.
All right, good afternoon, council. I have one applicant today with several locations. This is Downtown Entertainment. Should be for the last several home games we got. They're applying for special retail less than 7 days at the local, at several of the fraternity houses. I can go through and name them.
I went through all of them on
Okay.
yesterday on your email.
Yes, sir. All right.
And I said these are all
before.
Hey, yes, sir.
all in Lee's district.
Have we, anybody, that was a question I have we had any more complaints from out the Malisham Parkway with that stuff?
I haven't had any this
Like we
year.
used to?
Yes, sir.
Noise
Not this,
complaints?
not this year. I haven't heard any.
No, I haven't heard anything either.
I haven't heard a thing.
That's good. That's good.
That was good to have that beat. I mean, they got together and I worked it out.
Yes, sir.
And that, you're right. Well, I feel like
We're good. Thank you. You gonna bundle them up like that tonight too?
Yes, sir.
Good, good. All right, like I said, the mayor will not be here pre-council and Randy?
All right, so I've got a couple things to go over with you guys. In front of each of you, you'll have packets of all of the applications we received for both the Zoning Board of Adjustments and the Tuscaloosa Public Library. Now, I will say, those are the applications that we received, but while we were in the middle of receiving applications, we got word from the Public Library that there will be an additional vacancy on their board. So instead of it just being the one full term, we will also need to fill the term for Dr. Florence Williams that is set to expire next August. So I figured you guys may want a little bit more time to go through these. Did you guys want to accept some more?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, why don't you, since we have a new opening, let's give them another chance to.
Okay, another week, 2 weeks?
Two.
2 weeks for both?
That's fine. Randy,
Sure.
I'm looking through the ZBAs. Do we need whatever you call resume from Linda Ford? I
So,
think it's
in
it's
order
her
to keep it,
term ending
yes, in order to
that
keep
is
it,
generating the vacancies.
I will say that what we have done the last couple of months is accept resumes from all applicants, including previous
Okay,
or
so
current.
anybody, even if they're refilling their own term, they should
Yes,
submit
we
a
have
resume.
collected resumes from everyone.
Austin, Maryland.
So why don't we just, you're gonna bundle those two and just
Another 2
come
weeks
back
for
in
both?
2 weeks? Okay. And I will say too, currently, we have no, we have one African American and one white on the library board. I've got somebody I'd really like to see recommended for Jimmy Warren, but we have no African American applicants at all for library. So you'll consider, because Dr. Williams, I'd like to see her replaced with it. Now, that's personally me, would like to see her replaced with another African American on the board,
Is
but
Jimmy not coming back?
no.
She,
I like Sandra Ray on that thing.
and I,
Sandra Ray, you know, she's state school.
and I did speak with Dr. Williams, and she gave me a reasoning why she would need to not be reappointed. But I do want to, and thank you for saying that we want to get another African American person.
That's why
on the
we'll
library.
take those, we'll come back with both of these in 2 weeks. And, yeah, she was really good. She did a great job on the
Oh, yeah.
board, and Jimmy Warren had been there since the library was built.
Right, she did a great job, and we
And,
appreciate her service.
And so, but anyway, so think about it. Anybody that's always wanted to serve, and from somebody from your district, I know we all get it, saying, I'd like to be on a board. If you got something you think I could do, now's the time. All right, thank you, Brandy. Mr. Holmes.
Yes, sir. Sorry, Mr. Butler. Good afternoon, council.
Good afternoon.
I am up towards the top of page 2, where on page 10, you'll be authorizing a contract with Puget Sound System, Inc., and declaring a bid law exemption pursuant to Alabama Code Section 411651A15. This is a total of $26,778.11. This is a previously budgeted purchase that comes to us from purchasing in the Tuscaloosa Police Department. On page 11, you'll be authorizing a contract with Andritz Separation, Inc., and declaring a bid law exemption pursuant to Alabama Code 411651B7. This is for $31,809.73. This is a previously budgeted purchase that comes to us from purchasing in the Water and Sewer Department. On page 12, you'll be authorizing a consulting agreement with Milliman for preparation of benefit calculations, eligibility reviews, actuarial reports for the FY 2024, GASB 67 and 68 reports for the City of Tuscaloosa hourly pension plan. This is a total not to exceed $31,060. That was tabled in finance last week, is on tonight's agenda, and is also on the finance committee's agenda this afternoon.
Okay.
On page 13, you'll be authorizing a professional service contract with Cortera, Inc. for utility locate management services at a total of $10,800 and was presented to you in projects last week. On page 14, you'll be authorizing a minor public works contract with Straight Line Fence. This is a total of $1,702 and again came to you in projects last week. On page 15, you'll be authorizing amendment number 1 to the professional study and consult services agreement with TTL for geotechnical exploration services for the Saban Center project. This is a total of $14,900 and was discussed in projects last week. On page 16, you'll be authorizing renewal of the city's helicopter insurance coverage with Westchester Fire Insurance Company. This is a total of $52,447 and was discussed last week in Insurance and Litigation Committee. On page 17, you'll be authorizing a disbursement from District 1 improvement funds for West Lawn Middle School. This is a total of $408, and that was discussed in finance last week. On page 18, you'll be approving a downtown riverfront overlay district permit for 2312 Gary Fitz Street, and this was presented in projects last week. On page 19, you'll be authorizing the mayor to execute a right-of-way use permit to Body Bar Pilates, Tuscaloosa.
I got, all right.
Yes, sir.
Permit
And that was discussed
to
last week in projects.
Body bar, not permit to bar body Pilates.
On page 20, you'll be authorizing the purchase of equipment, supplies, or services for the Tuscaloosa Police Department fire range. This is a total of $5,794.16. Again, that is a previously budgeted purchase that comes to you from purchasing and TPD.
Chief, y'all got a roof up out there now.
Yes, sir, it's the steel for the enclosed fire, or the pole-barn fire engine.
On page 21 through 23, you'll be authorizing the mayor to execute an ingress and egress easement with Mercedes-Benz USA to construct a vehicular bridge over US Highway 11, crossing a city-owned 30-foot strip of land lying between the south boundary of Mercedes-Benz USA vehicle assembly plant and the north boundary of US Highway 11. This is what I emailed council about the late last week and can answer any questions on that. On page 24 and 25, you'll be authorizing amendment number 3 to the fiscal year 2025 general fund reserve for future improvements fund budget. On page 26 and 27, you'll be introducing zoning amendment 1532, rezoning approximately 3.68 acres of land at 5921 New Watermelon Road from R1 to BM. That comes from the Planning Commission. On page 28 and 29, you'll be introducing zoning amendment 1533, rezoning approximately 1.92 acres located at 5921 New Watermelon Road from R1 to RMF1. That again comes from the Planning Commission. On page 30 and 31, you'll be introducing a zoning amendment 1534, rezoning approximately 1 acre located at 5126 McFarland Boulevard East from BGO to BH. And again, that comes from the Planning Commission. On page 32, you'll be reappointing Zachary Taylor and Jonathan McClellan to the Construction Board of Adjustment Appeals. And on page 33, 34, and 35, you'll be setting December 10th as the date for public hearing for the 3 rezonings that we're introducing tonight. Are there any questions for me?
Any questions for Scott? No executive session?
None that I'm aware of. Thank you, Council.
Thank you. Yeah, you went fast today. Wish we could just go straight through. Projects 2:30, finance 3:15, admin at 4, where Ashley will be presenting the framework. Hopefully in its final draft.
It is in its final draft.
It is in its final draft, great. I had a great talk with Ashley yesterday, and I'm excited about it, and very much so. It's a awful lot of work. Properties is canceled, council meeting at 6. We will not meet next week. City Hall will be closed in observance of Veterans Day on Monday. Then no council committee or council meetings on Tuesday, the 12th. And the Historic Preservation Commission will meet Wednesday, November 13th in the council chambers. You may want to check with Brandy if you're making your schedules out. We have a lot of meetings that we will not be meeting. Veterans Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. So there's a lot of times that we will not be here. So be strategic in when you ask for things to be tabled or moved or whatever. Make sure we're here. Or maybe it's a good time, or maybe it's a good time to put something on there and make everybody think we're not meeting.
I'll take that side.
Anybody else have anything to add before we adjourn?